What's happening, everybody? We're back. It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, and here with the episode 7 review for DC Universe's Swamp Thing. And if you have not seen this episode yet, good
Go
on
watch
you.
Doom Patrol.
Go watch Doom Patrol. But shit, it's gonna be spoilers because me and Winston are here dressed like fucking twins.
No one told you to put that shirt on. You could have changed. This is your house. You could have changed, nigga. I didn't know you were fucking wearing this.
We're twins.
Well, this is actually a shout out to Zone 10 Customs. Like, thank you for hooking us up with some sweet fucking gear. Got the certified swaggy blerd.
Check it out. To Zone 10 Customs, the shirt that I wore is on my wrestling thing. I will give you the link to it. We could do a red version of this with the black. Yo, we'll do like all the colors. This shit popped so cold on the ring. I was like, shit, I'll keep wearing these. So, yeah, how you been, man? It's 2 weeks back in a row, and by the way, because I wrestled this past weekend, I showed Winston the match.
It's dope. You got, if you're not a Patreon, become one and fucking check it out. He's actually really good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I don't give you a lot of compliments, so I must mean it.
It's fucking true.
He also played dodgeball with me. I wish there was footage of that, man.
Yo, this nigga plays adult dodgeball. When I tell y'all this shit's intense, motherfuckers go hard. And then you think I'm talking about the dudes. No, the women will fuck you up, bruh. The women out there be killing niggas.
I warned him about one of the top girls in the whole world. I was like, I saw her one time fucking hit somebody with the ball, catch a ball in midair, and as she landed, catch another one.
What he's saying is she's a goddamn ninja.
She is a ninja. She's
a fucking...
The funniest part, he met my homeboy Joe. I don't know if Joe Grant sees this, but hopefully I'll get sure he watches this, so shout out to Joe. But I introduced him to Joe, and Joe gave him some pointers at the start. And then before he played, he watched the game. And within 30 seconds, Joe got a ball thrown at him, and he did a full backwards vault in the air, and it went over his face like the Matrix, and he hit the ground, and Jay just goes, God damn! Like, that
was all the fuck you can do when you see some shit like that. Yeah, so I did that, I wrestled, and then after we're going to do this, I'm going to take him for his first ever supervillain workout.
I don't know how I feel about this.
This is going to be fucking phenomenal. Oh yeah, we're here to talk about Swamp Thing.
Oh, that was the reason we're here?
For some fucking reason. This episode starts out with Abby still high as fuck off the spores. And
we found out that it was spores. That's why she can see him the way he is.
So, but wait, the best part, he was like, yeah, basically you're drugged. I don't know how long the shit gonna last.
It could be 1 minute, it could be the rest of your life. I don't know.
But you just gonna keep seeing me like this. Like, wait, what? We just only been... Y'all just had nature drug the fuck out of you. Like...
Well, here's the thing that we're finding out, too. Nature responds to his emotions. So, all of a sudden, she's like, I'm hungry. He's like, I think I got some crackers in this bitch. All of a sudden, here comes, she's like, hey.
Is shit coming through the window? Because it's just vibes coming through the window, which I'm not going to lie. I'd freak the fuck out.
Well, considering how much the swamp has been attacking her for the last 6 hours.
I think it's some crap. First of all, you got to remember, you see Alec Holland, but it's really big-ass Swamp Thing. So this nigga's just moving gingerly when it really should be, I think there's crackers over here. It's so...
No, he don't talk like that no more. He's like, yes, of course. We must
There's crackers over here, Abby. How do you feel about animal crackers? I think they are the graham kind.
Oh, I thought maybe it was like, there's crackers in my swamp. I have to kill them. Like, I thought that's what he was.
Whoa! Okay. I mean, it's Louisiana, so it's possible, but... So, she's like, all of a sudden, the vines come in the window. She's like, hey, nigga, vines. He's like,
oh shit, I got mangoes, I got plums.
Got guavas, bitch.
What you want?
She eats, first of all, she wasn't even reluctant with eating the plum. She just
said, oh, this is your plum?
Take your plum.
Oh, this delicious.
Your plum juicy.
I can't with you today. I really can't with you today.
Taste the plum.
She ate it. She liked it. Apparently, he grows good fruit. It is what it is. Long story short, we just found out he's just like, hey, my powers respond to what I need. Whatever I need or feel.
I don't know what's going on.
No, he's talking like bitch ass Allen.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know shit. Whenever I need some shit,
it just happens. It's whatever. So you were hungry. I was concerned, so I grew fruit.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can grow tacos. Who the fuck knows?
God, I hate you. So, essentially what's happening all throughout... what's the cop's name? I never remember. I don't remember nobody's name.
Oh, so we got Mulatto Matt, whose mama is named Lucilia. What?
This is fine. It's fine. Lucilia essentially shows up at
at Sunderland's crib. Which, by the way, why would I talk about the fact that the Sunderlands have a black maid? Of course, they have a black maid.
Yeah, he's probably fucking the black maid too.
I fucked Mike too.
This all makes sense. Wait a minute, is the cop supposed to be black?
What? Yeah, here's the reason we asked. Okay, fuck, we're gonna jump forward in the episode.
Jump forward.
So basically, Lucilla and Mulatto Matt they trap Avery and they try to kill him. Right? They hit his mom hit him up. They tie him up, put him in a boat. They finna kill him over the swamp, so ain't no blood traces. This motherfucker Avery wakes up on the boat and was like, "I knew you tried to kill me." He was saying, and he asked Matt, "How you feel about being a murderer to your father?" And nigga, I
was very confused because she don't look black at all,
and he's not black.
He's certainly not black. So what nonsense is this?
That's all the window said. What? How? She white as a motherfucker. She might got a good tan, like she might have some Italian, or she goes to a good tanning salon when she off season. You know what I'm saying? Or she got some good hot spots she rub on herself, good bronzer. But she is not dark skinned.
I'm just gonna put it to you this way, man, because I was having an argument with somebody over the internet about this Ariel shit still. And they were talking about, well, you know, it's all make believe, so you should just be able to understand it because you like it doesn't matter. It's like no. That's not when the point of all of these shows and things like that are to present some form of realism. That's not how genetics works.
You're not going to tell me that one white dude and a white woman make a mulatto-looking baby.
That happened one time in England. You remember that shit? There was some English people that were mad because their baby came out dark than a motherfucker.
Well, that's because somebody was cheating.
No. They did the genetic test.
No fucking genetic.
No. They did the genetic test. It was actually their child. It was his and her came together and made this black-ass baby. But it's just because the baby had a massive mutation and had a bunch of melanin when it came out.
Why we got to call it a mutation? Why we can't call it God doing what he supposed to do, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Power to the people. My melanin popping.
First of all, there's nothing wrong with mutations. Mutations made the X-Men. The X-Men are fucking incredible.
And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So how dare you just take mutation and make it a bad thing?
I'm just saying, when you talk about making a black baby, you call it a mutation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, an upgrade. Mutations are upgrades.
You know what I'm saying? Let me upgrade. Help me, let me upgrade. I don't...
Anyway,
I feel like we can talk about anything fuck else.
Because look, I'm just gonna give you all the plot points in about 30 seconds. Swamp Thing goes with Winston with Abby. They find out the rot is what's killing everything. The rot cuts her. She's freaking the fuck out. He turns back into regular Swamp Thing, sticks his vines in her stomach and shit. And that's not a metaphor for sex. He sticks his actual vines in her, cures her of some shit, then goes, "Bitch, you gotta leave. You can't stay here no more. It's dangerous."
Literally, he hit her like he put his vines up in her, right?
And not in a fun way.
No. Put his vines up in her. She screamed and moaned. Then in the morning when she woke up, yo, Uber's waiting. Like,
I got a swamp boat for Abby.
Your swamp Uber's waiting. How'd you call that bitch? It's made of vines. Which also, by the way, the whole time Abby's still tweaking out, she kisses this nigga, right? She kisses Swamp Thing. Now, we like, you think you kissing, but you kissing a nigga with a face full of mustard greens. Like, how was you kissing this nigga with his face looking like Jamba Juice smoothies? Like, you can't...
I just realized that white women and black women would love that because one, it would either, for white women, it would be like a kale smoothie kissing that, but for black women, it would be like kissing collard greens. It's like kissing collard greens.
It's soul food.
Yeah.
Can you imagine fucking soul food?
Nigga, just all up in the mac and cheese, just like...
With the yams? The yams.
That's what niggas been calling it.
Yams for a long time. The yams in the green.
You jive ass turkey.
Sucker.
You sucker ass sucker. Okay, long story short, you find out Mrs. Sutherland was actually working with Avery the whole time to fucking...
No, she was working with... Mrs. Sutherland was working with the cop.
What's the cop's name?
Not the cop. The cop, Lucilla.
Lucilla. I don't know these names because I hate the show. So,
okay, there's something else. I want to say this. This show, both of us came to a conclusion real quick, like 15, 20 minutes of this episode. This shit is going full soap opera.
Completely.
It is ridiculous.
It's completely soap opera. It went from the mistress is fucking the main villain to the mistress and the wife are now working together to kill the husband. And
who is actually her baby daddy.
The baby daddy of the fucking mulatto kid that apparently...
ain't mulatto!
The main he's not mulatto now. Now the main girl, she's fucking the monster who
didn't kick her out. He didn't hit it and quit it in a sense. He didn't put his vines up in her and was like, take this cure and go and get up out of it.
And so now Mrs. Sutherland has made it very clear to the doctor that, you know, I run this shit now. We're going to go get this fucking money.
Which, by the way, so Avery gets sent off with Lucilla early to figure out, because Lucilla comes to the crib and is like, yo, you got to handle some shit in the swamp. We got to talk about this. You set my son up. So then Maria Sutherland goes to Woodrew's crib, was like, yo, I want to talk about your work. And he was like, I don't write things for lay people. She was like, no, motherfucker, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And he was like, well, shit, bitch, have a seat. And so she breaking everything down. She basically, she does all this without saying, I run shit. This is my money. Like, you could have said this. This is clearly what you should have said. You told us in several episodes ago that the reason he's able to do research is because of your money. It's not your husband's. Why did we not just establish that a long time ago? Not to mention, Swamp Thing is sitting there with Abby, who's like, I think this thing that I've become.
Oh, we made fun of it every time. He's like, this thing. And I was like, this swamp thing. I think only this thing can stop it. This swamp thing. Like, it's getting absurd at this point. And I'll be real with you. That's pretty much it for the rest of the episode. You find out Avery's not dead. He's probably now being possessed by the rod. I'm just going to be honest with you. I understand why the show got canceled before they really got started. Is because each episode you're starting to see that this shit was coming apart at the seams.
Now remember how, and I'm sorry to cut you off, remember how we kept saying this show doesn't know what it wants to be? It is official now. See, here's the problem. It's episode 7. They're done after 10. They're done, right? So this was going to 13. So people will say, oh, it was building. You can't be building to something that is convoluted all the way through. This is that bad. I wanted this show. Everyone who knows who watches knows I wanted this show to succeed. I like the horror element. I like Swamp Thing. I'm a James Wan fan. I didn't give a fuck about Andy Beam. That's the dude who plays Alec Holland. Crystal Reed, I'm like, whatever, but the whole show became about her more so than anything. This has gotten ridiculous. And I know people are like, well, damn, you just want to shit on it. No, I've been trying. Go through all the episode reviews we've done. For the first 6 episodes, I've tried. This nigga's hated it. Okay? Let me just say it.
But I can see the forest from the trees. Pun intended. There's a Swamp Thing for your ass. Oh, god damn. Oof.
Made your old head hurt, huh?
Yeah. Laugh too hard. Okay. If you want to talk about it some more, I'm just going to give my thing. I'm going to give it a 1.5. I gave it a 0.5 because I thought the whole thing about, like, fuck, I can grow fruit was kind of cool. But other than that.
This whole episode based off the fruit. Grows fruit.
I thought that was cool.
So you basically
also 0.5 for me now trying to do the genetic, like, math. I look like Claire Danes in this bitch. When you found out that 2 white people made this mulatto baby, I was like, okay, if you carry the 2 with the recessive gene and the...
All I was thinking was when he made fruit, I was like, yo, Swamp Thing can have his own fruit stand, get him a big-ass thing of tahini.
The funniest thing is he can make people hallucinate, so he can make himself look like fucking Idris Elba out on the street talking about, like, hey, get my fruit.
Would you like fruit?
Bro.
And all of a sudden somebody rub him like, why Idris' skin feel weird?
No, but that's the thing. He can make them hallucinate completely.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Touch 2 is based off of, like, your brain.
So not only is he pushing natural fruit, he's a drug peddler, a potential date rapist.
Oh my god!
Let's think about it.
I didn't think about it like that. Holy shit! Because it's not consent if you don't know what you're actually consenting to. Holy fuck! This show is terrible.
He could be sitting there, Swamp Thing, and be like, "You see the pretty flower?"
Oh my
Next
god!
Thing you know, girl like, oh, or some dude is like, "Well, come on, Swampy." Now he's sitting there giving him this rock, this
But I'm inclined to send it back to 1 because the whole, yeah, I killed him. Bitch, no, you didn't kill him. You shot him twice. He clearly was alive, and then he did a full, because I just watched you wrestle. That nigga did the full flip that you did on the motherfucker when you dove on him. He did a flip into the water. Of course he's fucking alive. He did a flip. The nigga did a flip. I just, 1.5. 1.25. It got knocked down because of the fucking flip. 1.25.
I would like to give this episode, I want to be positive, okay? I want to err on the side of positivity, okay? I'm going to give this episode against my better judgment. It's going to be a... See my fingers?
You would not give it a 4.
2.
Nigga, were you drugged by Swamp Thing? Why you giving a score that high? For real?
I give it like a 1.5. I'm not gonna lie. This shit was so bad. It was so bad.
You know what's funny? The first 10 minutes he was yelling at me, when you get off your phone and pay attention, I'm like, oh, I'm paying attention. And then within 30 minutes, you were just like, just the whole fucking time. Oh, God.
I was so upset. I was so fucking mad.
I was just like sitting here like, I can't wait till I can watch the next episode of Young Justice Outsiders. That's how.
Which is available already. We have it to see it.
Yeah. Should we do reviews on that?
I mean, it's 18 episodes in. We're not going back from the fucking
No.
beginning.
You just say part 2. You just go from part 2.
Okay.
We can do a quick recap on the first 17, and then the recap will be super simple.
Yeah.
Literally, that I'll do it right now.
Metahuman trafficking,
being trafficked by Darkseid, Granny Goodness, and Lex Luthor.
And Granny Goodness is beating people's asses.
She's whooping ass like a motherfucker. So essentially, all it is that you have Markovia, you have the Prince. He's out here trying to deal with the fact that he's a metahuman now. He's trying to like essentially purge his uncle, who was a part of this whole conspiracy. And he ultimately ends up finding the team, and they kind of take him on. They also take on a girl named Violet, who happens to be a mother box that possessed a dead Markovian girl. You also have this bug named Bug, who names himself Fred at one point. And so they're all kind of starting the beginning of the Outsiders. You also have like Static, who was there with those other kids. You have... Who else? Cassie comes back, Wonder Girl. You've got Impulse has now become Kid Flash in place of Wally. That's essentially what's happened up to this point. And you've also realized that Beast Boy is now a thing. Garfield got his infusion. He already did that in season 2, but now he's an adult and he's actually acting in like a Star Trek-esque kind of show. And he works directly for Granny Goodness. So you caught up on part 1 at this point, and now we'll see. We'll do maybe the reviews of part 2.
Hey, guess what? Those episodes are a hell of a lot shorter. So
we can actually, and they're better.
And they're better. We can knock out way more reviews of those. So it's funny because this was supposed to be a Swamp Thing review, but then we was like, fuck this.
We talked about everything but Swamp Thing.
Oh, geez.
Well, no, we talked about it.
We talked about it. That motherfucker's face look like baby diarrhea. Like, have you ever seen when the baby got too much iron in this shit? You be like, ugh, just put some red eyes on it. You be like, that is swampy. All right.
Gross. All right, you can find me on the socials, the swaggy blerd, THESWAGGYBLERD. You can finally see it spelled out if you want to. Just add a V at the beginning. And I am in the midst of reviving the YouTube channel, so it's actually fully converted to the Swaggy Blerd. I'm going to start putting up some good content on there. I'll let you know when that is live, but that's the big thing to look out for.
Y'all already know, Twitter, Instagram, Mr. J Washington, MRJAYWASHINGTON. I felt like I needed to spell it again because some people were confused.
We also have a lot of time. We're normally done within like 22 minutes. It's been like 17:50.
We're normally done at this point. We're not
even close to done.
I know what I'm saying. We thought we were going to be done in like 7 minutes, actually. You're on the YouTube channel, so I don't need to tell you that fucking address. Join the page. Join the Supervillain Squad on Patreon. Patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. Again, if you want to see all of my wrestling matches from when I'm coming back, from all my new matches, old matches, everything, they're only going to be on my Patreon. So I'd advise you to go over there and join the squad. $5. All right. Check out the Mad Titan podcast. So I get you caught up on everything happening in Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. It's barbershop talk for nerds. Check out the Wrestling Compadre Slamcast, where I talk all wrestling shit. You get these t-shirts at Zone10Customs.com. You can get your Black Villains Matter at BlackVillainsMatter.BigCartel.com. You can get your Mad Titan Podcast t-shirt at tpublic.com/user/Mr. J Washington. I fucking know. Don't you even say anything. I know.
What? I didn't say anything.
I feel like you're going to be like, why is it in different places?
No. I was literally going to say 2 things. I was going to say, one, just to show, we're getting closer and closer to Emmy season. And a shout out back to Diane Guerrero. What was the hashtag you came up with?
Hashtag Emmy Patrol.
Emmy Patrol. That's the first thing. And the second thing, hashtag equal pay, fucking pay the women's national soccer team. I just want to say it on here because why the fuck not? They won the World Cup. Men got their ass whooped by Mexico. So.
Yeah, I feel like you should have been paid them. Cause
I agree.
Let me tell you something. Happy wife, happy life.
Not only that, they're the only winners we got.
Well, you didn't let me fucking finish.
I'm sorry. Happy wife, happy life. And then.
They're winners. They deserve it. They bust their ass. And I don't understand why we still got people out here who are like, oh, well, they're not better than the men in sports and blah, blah, blah. Granted, you don't have to have them play up against the men. I saw somebody say, yeah, but if they play against the men, it's not about them playing against the fucking dudes. It's about them doing what they do. Okay? I feel like, again, we've covered everything else damn near but Swamp Thing because this episode was terrible.
It was pretty bad.
All right?
It was pretty bad. Holla
at y'all later. We got to push through 3 more of these bitches. I'm finna run his ass in the gym. All right, we out. Peace.